Morning. Bed hair. Need a shave. Need a shave with bed hair. I'll just wait for some, like I always do, people to sign on. I've still got man flu, which is worse than labour for all you females out there. Good morning. Last night we went live. If you're watching this, please give it a share. Last night we went live with the Help Daisy campaign. Help Daisy campaign come about because where I was doing the I Am Soldier X campaign, I was speaking to so many people in the armed forces, and I spoke to someone who has a close friend who's serving in the army, been serving for well over 20 years, has 8 children. This gentleman has 8 children, and his wife have 8 children. I didn't want to put him in a position, and I looked, and they've been running a campaign for 18 months. So imagine this situation. You sit down with their daughter, Daisy, who's 7, same age as my youngest. Well, their daughter who's 7, they measured her up for this wheelchair. This wheelchair would change that girl's life, okay? It would give her independence. It would allow her to just, if she wanted to go outside her house and play, it would allow her all of these things, okay? Her family are a rugby family. She has 6 brothers, so they're always off watching the rugby and the boys playing rugby. And she's dependent on people pushing her around as a young child. She's got cerebral palsy. So this would give her that independence. Now, so she must have been measured up for this wheelchair 18 months ago, where she got to try it out for the first time. And for the last 18 months, think of it from a child's point of view. She must have been wanting and wanting and wanting. So when I looked at when I heard about it, I spoke to the Daisy's mum. And so they've been running and organising charity events for 18 months. They raised £8,000, and the target price for the wheelchair was £21,700. Now, on top of that, when I sat down with the mum, the first thing I asked, 8 children. Anyone's got, that must be hard in itself, without having a severely disabled young girl as well, who must need a lot of care and time. So anyone who, even just I said, how do you afford to go on holiday if you've got 8 kids? Because I think about my kids. How do you afford to go on holiday? We don't go on holiday. We haven't been on holiday. So then, not just this chair that's £21,700, the maintenance on that chair is then £500 a year. Now, it's no good getting a child a chair if they can't afford to maintain it. With 8 children, I'd guess they struggle to afford anything. The mum, I believe, so the dad's in the army, so he must be constantly serving away over the years. The mum's left with 8 children. To get money, she also works. She also works at weekends. So I wanted to set up a campaign, and when I went and met the little girl, I've put the website on here. The video's just gone live on my Facebook last night, and I went and met this little beauty, and she's gorgeous. You can watch the video, yeah. Now, my way of thinking is, imagine being a child and sitting there and trying out this wheelchair, which was 18 months ago. Yeah, she must be wanting and wanting and wanting that, and it must seem like it's not coming. So we set up a couple of years ago, or we set up the Help Knox campaign, which Knox was a ex-veteran in the Navy, and the public, you, got him his wheelchair that he needed. And I've got another interview which is going to go up today, where we've met Knox, and I asked Knox, how did that change your life? How did that change, and how would that change this young girl's life? And he, obviously Knox was only recently put in a wheelchair. I say recently, probably 10 years ago, but he grew up not in a wheelchair. Now this little girl who's been in a wheelchair since she was born, how much would this change her life? And it would completely change her life. So we started the campaign, and I said, and if people think about it, I know last night we've raised £6,000 last night, or you have, and I wanted to start this before when we done it with Knox. It will be a campaign to help anyone who's in our service, anyone who served our country, past or present. That was the idea, to help them or their families, family in need. and we'd go from one to the other with a pay it forward, not wanting to do it pay it forward. And yeah, as happens, life goes this way, that way, and we didn't get that opportunity to continue it, but we have now. So I've sat down, met the family, met the daughter, met Daisy. She's beautiful, and I said, imagine the Christmas present we would give her. Yeah, if we get this for Christmas, and on Christmas Day she is not just sat there still, not being able to fly around. She's in a state-of-the-art wheelchair that would, for this wheelchair, she can stand up. She'd be able to stand up. It doesn't just sit down, it stands her body straight up, and she can fly, move around. The change in her life would be unbelievable. So I'm just letting everyone know about the campaign. If you're watching this, give it a share. If it's £1, if it's 50p, if it's £5, the cost of a coffee, if you can just please support it. I know there's so many people need support, but this little beauty, when you watch the video, and it would be an amazing Christmas present. It would be a way of showing, do you know what I said is, her mum, her dad serves in the army. Every single man that serves in the army, their wife left at home with the children, looking after the children, especially a severely disabled child. It would be a way of us saying, you know what, thank you. Everyone, we're grateful to what you do. We're grateful to what every one of you do. Every one of your families do. The sacrifices you make for us, we would like to contribute towards, if just a little change in your life, which would be by helping your daughter. And when you watch the video, there's nothing, your heart will melt as soon as you see the video with the young, with her. She's a beauty. And imagine, I said, I want to raise the money for the wheelchair. I think we will raise the money for the wheelchair. But imagine the next video when we actually get to bring that little beauty her wheelchair and see her using it for the first time. That satisfaction from just giving £5 would be amazing. Yeah? And it's early, and I am. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Will the suffering end? Unfortunately, it won't, will it?
Well, that's the message you're trying to share that you're feeling.
Fair play, mate, at this time in the morning. Good luck. So, that's the Help Daisy UK campaign. Please watch the video, please share it, and please, if you can, support it. Please, if you can, support it. Where do we... So, if you go on daisy.UK, I'll put the link on here. It's a Just Giving page. The other thing people should know, it's a Just Giving page where all of the donations that come in will be 100% visible. No one will be getting paid a single penny for any of this campaign. Every single penny, I put the price at 22,000 on there. The family had already raised some money, but I put the price at 22,000 because the extra £5,000, which I'd love to get them in the wheelchair, and the money to service it, so that they're not worried thinking, how do we pay the maintenance on that this year, next year, when they're struggling as it is. If you can do that, any excess money from this will be left in the Just Giving page so everyone can see every single penny of what it is. All the accounts will be made public, and money will then be put onto the next family that we can hopefully help. The next child, the next ex-serviceman, the next person who needs support in some sort of way. Let me just... What's the time? Try and remember my bank code. If anyone can help... Sorry, lads. I'm just getting money out, pay for the gym. So, yeah, if you can support it, please support it. And I'll put some more videos up later today, but I just know that, even just think of it, yeah? Hopefully her family must be watching this campaign, which just launched. I didn't put her husband, Daisy's dad, in a position, because of the Soldier X campaign, I didn't even want to ask him to sit down with me, because I know that, unfortunately, the political correctness in our system is that her dad probably wouldn't be able to sit down with me because he's serving in the army. But it doesn't, none of that matters. What matters is there's a young girl that needs your help, that just that little present we could give her would be immense. Help daisy.uk. Share it, watch the video, and if you can, support it in any way you can. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. That's what I said. Anything extra could go to... They've never had a holiday. They don't have a holiday. How do you have a holiday with 8 kids? Anyone knows it. If you've got 3 kids, I've got 3 kids, and when it comes to summer holidays, they double the price of everything, let alone the problem of having a disabled child as well. 8 kids. I said you deserve a medal for having 8 kids, and working harder. The dad serves our country. So I know I'm repeating myself now. I better go in because I put on £11 in 3 weeks. So I'm on the training. See you later. The link's not working, don't lie. Link is okay now. It costs £22,000 for a wheelchair. Do you know what they say? It's the same what they said with Knox. You don't need that. Like Knox, they said to him, when he applied for all these ex-servicemen or these different charities, well, you don't actually need to be able to fly around and have independence because you can just sit in a wheelchair. That's what they say. So this young darling, which the sort of money we spend on all sorts of nonsense, it should be going to giving our children, especially our children who are children of people serving our country, risking their lives and sacrificing their time and their family time and going away for months and months on end. Their children should have the best support in every way. Now, I know everything's all these cutbacks in our society, but there's not cutbacks. Some of the money we waste on bullshit. I just think that every British child, what would you want your tax money to go on? I think if I saw my tax money and I saw that it was going on beautiful young children who give them a better standard of life, freedom. It will give that girl freedom that she's never had. She's never ever, since she's been born, been able to just move across herself because she's severely disabled. This would give her that. And she was excited. Watch the video. She's excited. And listen to her speak about what it would do for her if she had this wheelchair and the freedom it would give. And being able to stand up, and even in school, being able to take part in Sports Day. I said, I think you'll beat everyone in Sports Day. You'll be flying along. So please, support it if you can. Cheers. Link don't work. One link don't work. I'll put another link on there now.